my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm going to wait just a second to see if anybody pops on. If I have coughing fits randomly, please just work with me. I am getting over coronavirus. It's been rough. Really rough. Lord, I don't wish that upon anybody. I'm going to be very honest with you guys. And if you're watching this and you're like, why does it look like she's got chapstick all over her face? I do. I'm also on Accutane fighting adult acne, so super fun. But it dries my lips out like crazy, you guys, like to the point where they hurt really, really badly. So we'll just wait just a second and see if anybody jumps on. If you get on, say hello, because I'm a guest. I'm so excited, you guys. I don't know you guys. I met Bethany down at SFR, Myrtle Beach. I came from good old Texas. My name is Anya. I am an Army wife. I got 3 little boys, drive me crazy. I homeschool them. I choose to do that, like OG homeschooler. There's that. And I am the director for the Wildflower Warriors. We've got a team of 70 now. It's so exciting. And I love it. I love everything about Scentsy. But Bethany asked me to talk to you guys about consistency. So I'm going to give it to you like I'd give it to my team, okay? They know me for being pretty honest because I want the best for them and I want the best for you guys. I want everybody to have the life they want with this business, and it is possible. We watch Chloe do it. Like, it's possible, right? There's nothing special about anybody who's a director and above. There's not. Hey, Bethany! So there's nothing special about anybody who's a director and above. There's nothing special about us. The only thing is we put in the hard work and we didn't give up. So as weird as it is for you to ask people about partying, it's weird for us too. Okay. I actually did a post the other day on our leaders page for my SD about the most awkward Scentsy thing that you've ever had happen to you, because it's awkward for all of us sometimes, right? So we're all there. It's just a difference of title. But I'm going to give it to you just like I would my team. So here we go. All right. Consistency. Here's the thing. If you are not consistent, you're not going to see results. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. It's like muscle memory, right? You go to the gym, like if you go once every month, girl, you ain't doing nothing for yourself. Like, let's be real, you're doing nothing. You're wasting your time is what you're doing. But if you're at the gym every freaking day and you have a plan, right? That's where our goals come in. If you have a plan and you are at the gym every single day, you are going to see results, period. Even when it gets hard and you're like, I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to go. I had a really rough night last night. Or, man, my body is so sore, but you're still showing up. You're still willing to put in the work, and that's when you see the results, okay? So consistency is doing something continuously on the daily. You need to be showing up to Scentsy like it's your dang job, because guess what? It is. And if you treat it like a hobby, girl, you're going to get paid like a hobby. You treat it like a business, trust me, you're going to see the fruits of your labor, and when you get that check with a comma in it, your mouth is going to drop to the floor and you're just going to want more. And then you're also going to want to bless all the lives so they can have it too. So that is one of the biggest things. Consistency is so important. And I tell my team, write your goals, put them in front of you so you can see them. Because if you don't know what you're working for, you're more likely to give up. There's actually been research done. And if you write your goals down and you can see them every day, your eyes are making that connection, right? What do we have? We've got nervous system, right? And it connects to your brain, whatever. But that brain puts it in your heart. And when you're driven by your heart, you're more likely to achieve and accomplish stuff. So that's one reason it's really, really important, not just to say, oh, well, my goal is to have, 2,000 PRV, which might sound crazy to some people. It might sound amazing to some people. You can't just say it. You got to write it down and commit to it. Right? What do you do when you get married? You get a piece of paper, don't you? Why? It's just a piece of paper, but it's a symbol of a commitment. So you've got to do that. It's the same thing, right? People can be like, oh, it's just a piece of paper, but you're married. It's a legally binding freaking agreement that like you're in it to win it, all right? Both y'all's names are on the house. Both your names are on everything, okay? It's the same thing. You've got to write down your goals. That's huge. That's huge, okay? Consistency takes discipline. Like I said, you are not going to want to do it every single day. You're not going to want to do it every single day, but you guys, that's the whole point, right? That's the whole point, is that consistency is going to take discipline. Like going to the gym, let's be real, like feeding your kids. You don't want to do it all the time. Sometimes you're freaking tired and you're like, I don't want to, but you have to consistently feed them. Like, otherwise, you're not a good parent. You've got to feed your kids. It's one of their needs, okay? It's the same thing for you in investing in yourself. You've got to have that discipline to say, you know what, I'm going to get up and I'm going to do the darn thing today. I tell my team all the time, I don't care if you have 15 minutes a day to work on Scentsy, and that's all you got. Give it 15 minutes, right? Pick 3 things, 3 income-producing things, your IPAs to do, and do them in those 15 minutes. Be intentional about your time, okay? Also, this is a side note. This is just for me, being me. But, y'all, I know you're doing things that you don't want to do. Grandma Sally called you and needs help painting her house. You don't want to do it, right? Right? Okay. Sometimes you can say no to those things. I had my husband a few weeks ago, because we're in Texas, it just got cold, weirdly. But it's been super hot, so we've been going to the lake, and my husband's like, I want to go with these people. Well, I don't like that person. I don't want to go, so I'm a grown woman. I'm not gonna go. Instead, I'm gonna stay home, and I'm gonna intentionally work on my business. Sometimes, like, you guys, we're adults. You can say you don't want to do something and invest that time instead, right, into your business, okay? Just throwing that out there, because I feel like sometimes we forget that we're adults, but we are. Make the decision. The decision's yours. Invest into your life. You deserve that. Your family deserves that. Think about that. Okay? Also, like a job, you get ready, right? When you're getting ready to go to work, when I get ready, I told you I'm a homeschool mom of 3 boys. When I get ready for the day, there are certain things that have to be done. You get up, you brush your teeth, you wash your face, you get your outfit on, you get ready to go do what you need to do. Right? If you're going to go to work, you put on your uniform. My husband's in the Army. Puts on his Army uniform, gets his boots on, but everything's ready like the night before. So he knows when he gets up, his mind is already set. I'm going to work. I don't have a choice. It's the same thing that you can have with the consistency with Scentsy, right? It's your job. So prepare and go as if you're going to your job, okay? It's in your house. But you know, the beginning of that day, at this time, I'm doing my work. Because I need to consistently show up in my business for me, for my team, for everybody, okay? For your customers, for all the people. It's great. All right. So remember what I said too, it's going to reflect in your pay. So if you're sitting here and you're like, oh man, I just want to get a discount. That is great. That is amazing. And that's how I started off. I started off the same way. I just wanted to discount on things that I already loved. And then I started making money and I was like, well, I want my next check to be bigger. How do I do that? And so I just kept working and working and working. And it's something I love to do, so it doesn't feel like work, which is one of my favorite things. But the whole thing is, it definitely reflects in your pay. So when you consistently show up, boo, I don't care if you get 0 likes. 0 likes, it doesn't matter, they're watching you. You want to know how I know? Because when I consistently show up, and one of my biggest things is posting your stories at least once a day, something Scentsy. No spammy thing that has words on it. Nothing. Something real life, how you using it in your life. Show people. Y'all, I danced around in a freaking unicorn wig with Stella the Unicorn today and put it on my stories. Okay? Like, be weird, be you. Your customers love seeing that, and not just customers, people. Potential people that want to be on your team. Over half of my frontline they've never bought from me. Like, they weren't my customers. But they saw that I was consistently showing up, and guess what? When you do that, they take you seriously. And when people see that you're loving what you do and you take it seriously, guess what they're going to do? They're going to want to be a part of it too. So go ahead and share on the 10th of November when you get that check. Make sure you include your income disclosure. But go ahead and share how much Scentsy is blessing your life. Go ahead and share that your kid loves that buddy. Go ahead and share all those things. Take a picture. Put your face in there. Let people see that you love the products and you believe in them. But you've got to show up consistently. Because if you don't, then it's not helpful for anything, right? It's pointless at that point. So think about those things. Thank you. Because it's huge. So you need to be thinking, are you showing up for your team? This team page is not for Bethany. It's for you. It's for you. So are you showing up? Are you giving more than you're taking? That is something I'm huge about. Like, my team should not just come on the page and take from me. No, go ahead. Go live. It's your team page. As long as you're being positive, say something. Say whatever you need to say. Show me how you're working in your business, because I promise you I can learn from it. And not only me, but your teammates can learn from it, and we're all better together. One of my girls the other day, she's a certified consultant. She's only been around for like a month and a half. And she was talking about cherry popper samples. And what are you talking about? I had no idea. And she's like, oh, well, when you don't have a whole like bar of something to make a sample for, you just put your tester in the top of your warmer and stick a Q-tip in it. Put it in a bag and label it. What? That's genius. I didn't know. I had no idea. And I wouldn't know that if it wasn't for her sharing, right? So like, show up on your team page, you guys. Post. Shout each other out. I don't care if it's your front line or your down line or anybody. Shout them out. You see your director doing something, let me tell you, not everybody always pats me on the back, okay? But it's really nice when my team notices something and they shout me out. Like, yeah, I love that. Thank you. And it makes my entire day, you guys. You need to be there for each other. We're a sisterhood for a reason. Act like it. Like, these are your people right here. If you're struggling, talk to them. Like, I talked to Bethany. Listen, girl, your girl's having a hard time with PRV. She throws out ideas for me. Okay, cool. Thank you. I really appreciate that. But without that, like, I wouldn't be successful. Nobody would. We need each other, okay? So showing up on your team page, showing up to the people that you've sponsored. It is not enough, and I'll just be the one to say it. Like, it's not enough just to sponsor somebody and be like, okay, now you're on the team page. Good job. No, there's so much more to leading. And once you sponsor someone, you don't get to close that leadership door because you opened it. It is now your responsibility to take care of that person, right? How did you want to be treated when you came onto the team? You wanted just to be left out there? No, like, you needed help. You were confused. You were overwhelmed. There was so much going on. So you need to be able to be there for the people and show up for them consistently that you have sponsored. For me, I have taken it a bit farther lately because I love my people and I love them hard and I push them hard. I give them challenges. Like, I'm going to be the first one in your inbox or in your text messages or sending you a voice text, giving you a challenge. Hey, let me know. My frontline knows. I told them the other day. And of course, you can only push some people so far. Some people won't accept it. That's cool. When you're ready to come back, I'm here for it. I'll be welcoming you back, okay? But I'm like, I want my phone to be off the chain ringing with your November goals. Bring them to me. Bring them to me. And then I'm going to check in on November 15th, how are they going? And then we're going to check in again at the end of the month because someone has to keep you accountable. So like, let's do that. Let's do it together. That's how I pour into them. And for me, I've been picking one leader a week and reaching out to 3 of their frontline. Okay, so one leader, I reach out to 3 of their frontline just so that they know, hey, I'm here for you. What do you need? What you struggling with? Let's talk. Let's chat. You need to be there for your team. Okay. It doesn't take long to send a freaking text. Like, it's not difficult. Instead of scrolling through Facebook or watching a dog video for 15 minutes, you can be checking on your team, right? Because they do bless your business, but also, like, you want them to be where you're at. You want that for them because you want to bless their life, all right? Next, are you consistently following up? And I think a lot of people think following up is just, hey, fall scents are out, do you need some? Or, hey, what are you running out of? That's not it, always. You need to get to know your customers and treat them like freaking people. Like, I don't even know. Ask, how is little Jimmy's leg? I saw he broke it. Like, hey, you know, you just had surgery. Like, just so you know, I'm praying for you. You know, anything. Comment on their kids' first day of school pictures, on their Halloween costumes. That's the perfect time to show them that you're a person and so are they, and you respect them as a person, and they're not just a number to you, okay? Because after you have a party, you should be adding all the people. I've actually just started adding everybody in the group, even if they didn't order, because I'm like, you could refer somebody. You may want to do Scentsy for some money. You might want to order from me one day and maybe you just couldn't afford it at that time. I don't know, so I'm just going to add you all. If you accept, cool, we best friends, let's go. And I talk to them like they're my friends, you guys. That is how I follow up with people. I talk to them like they're my friends. Some people will answer, some people won't. Okay, that's fine. Like, not a big deal. That's cool, but I'm going to treat them that way. So consistently following up doesn't just mean you bugging somebody about sales all the time, because if you wait to the end of the month, they know what you're doing. They're not dumb. But if you're creating that relationship to treat them like gold, that's a whole different ballgame, okay? So consistently following up and checking in on your customers, consistently sharing with them the stuff that's coming out. If we have a big launch coming out, email them. Include pictures of what's coming out. Ask them how they're going. Email them like you would literally be emailing like Aunt Sally twice removed. Okay? Hey, how's it going? Like, I hope you're having an amazing time. Follow up consistently. Email your customers. Talk to them consistently. Be in constant communication. All right? Consistently getting your PRV, whatever that looks like for you. So for you, it might be, you know what? I just want to be active. Cool. Do it consistently. And then maybe push yourself a little bit more, right? Okay, well, normally I just want to be active, but this month I'm going to go for 300 PRV. It's only going to help your check. It's only going to grow your mindset. So consistently be getting that PRV, but I will challenge you to up it, okay? Up it each time because you want a bigger and bigger check. Like, hello, money is a motivation. It's not everything, but it's a motivation. Let's be honest, okay? And also, this is my biggest thing. So to grow a big business, Chloe has said you want at least 2K PRV a month. You want at least 2 new teamies a month. So that is what I try to consistently do. I have done that in the past, well, since I'm going for annual mentor. I really, really, really want that award. So far, I have more than enough new teamies, but not everybody gets certified right away or whatever. So that is one of my things that I know that I really, really want. I know that I want to build a big business. I want to bless all the lives, and I want people to be able to live with the freedom that they want to live. So for me, I am going to shoot for 2K PRV because I know that gives me at least a $600 check without like any team bonuses, and at least 2 teamies a month. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's not. But since May, I've only had 1 month where I had 1 teamie, but I've sponsored consistently every single month since May. That is my goal, okay? You have to have goals. Remember, write them down. You have to connect them with your eyes to your brain to your heart so that you're more likely to fulfill them. That's going to be huge, you guys, but it's showing up consistently in your business, all right? And it's just going to grow your business. It's just going to grow it. So you might as well just go for it. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So do it. There you go. All right. Next, we have consistently and intentionally posting, which I've gone over already just a little bit. But you guys, you have got to do that because I'm telling you, even if you have no likes, someone is going to come out of the woodworks and you're going to sit there and be like, what? They've never liked a single freaking post. And they're going to say, oh, well, can I see, can you tell me how much the hand soaps are? Where did you come from? I didn't even know you were looking at my Scentsy stuff. Right? Yes, it happens. And it happens all the time if you're consistent because you are putting yourself, you're branding yourself in their head as the Scentsy person. Okay? So when they think about something for Scentsy or they think about a gift or they're thinking about, I don't know, anything, or even if you're posting, right? I got 3 new customers with the villain warmers. Never liked Scentsy before. Some of them were from other parties, okay, that didn't order anything, but they loved the villains. So now I have 3 new customers because I was posting consistently, and I will throw this out there too, real life pictures, okay? Nobody likes spammy stuff, real life pictures, if you can, real life pictures. But that's huge, and like I said a little bit ago, it is over half of my frontline they've never purchased from me. Some of them have never even purchased Scentsy before. But they're like, you look like you're having fun. That was what my newest person said. Well, you look like you're having fun. I want to make money and have fun. Come on, girl, let's go. Like, and she just hit Shooting Star, and her Shooting Star date isn't even up, I think, for like the next 7 days. So like, she's just in it because she saw that I was having fun in my stories. I show up more than once a day. But once a day is like minimum. Show up once a day in your stories. I don't care if you're zoomed in on a scent circle. Show up. Show up in your stories. Okay? Seriously. And then for me, I try to do One Scentsy post a week on my actual feed, because most people don't look at that anyways, right? Especially on Instagram, they don't look at that. So I try to show up once a week on my feed, whether that's me shouting out and being like, Mama, I know you're tired. You need something for yourself. That is what Scentsy has been for me and so many people on my team, right? Or this is coming out, we're so excited, or my kid with a buddy, or my kid holding their own Scentsy soap. Don't care what it is, something. You've got to get your face in people's heads, and while we're on it, it is an algorithm, okay? So when you're consistently showing up, you're consistently showing up to the same people, unless you are commenting and talking to them on their Facebook posts also. So like, sometimes you might not care that little Johnny was Pikachu for Halloween. It's my middle one. It's going to be Pikachu. You might not care. But if you comment, oh my gosh, so cute, guess who's going to be seeing your stuff? Okay? Think about that. Also, you guys, the whole thing is being intentional, right? Consistently being intentional. This is the last thing I have for you. You have to be mindful of what you're doing. You need to, instead of sitting there, and we all do it. We all do it. I got caught up. I was on TikTok for like 40 minutes today, and I'm like, I don't even know what just happened in my life. Like, I don't know. But some things are just so funny, I can't stop, right? Like, you get into that, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, whatever. You get into that. But instead, what I could have been doing is looking at Facebook and not just scrolling mindlessly, but being intentional. Who is whining about their job? Who's complaining that they have 3 boys that are going to be teenagers eventually and they have to feed them? Me, like, could use extra money. Like, think about things like that when you're scrolling, okay? And looking for that. What mom is tired and like, I just need something for myself. I'm exhausted. Those people who are depressed, you guys, reach out to them. Reach out to them. If that, like, makes you think about your life and how Scentsy has blessed you, reach out to them. Hey, girl, you know what? That is exactly how I felt. I'm so glad that I have Scentsy in my life. Have you ever thought about sharing the world of scent? Have you ever thought about making a little extra money? Have you ever thought about doing something for yourself? Like, you guys, especially as women, we do so much for other people all the time. You've got to have something for yourself. You've got to. And if it's Scentsy, amazing. Amazing. But think about that as you're scrolling through, okay? Think about that as you're checking in with your teammates. Being intentional with them. Man, I know this person is really, really struggling with their PRV. Maybe I can talk to them and send them a training or two about PRV. Be there for them, you know, and not even just all about business. I talked for 30 minutes with one of my girls today. She's having health issues. And we just talked. Another one of them just lost custody of her daughter, and it breaks my freaking heart. But you know what? She's like, I need $6,000 to talk to a lawyer. I'm a single mom. I don't have that. I'm like, girl, let's fill up that calendar. Let's do it. We can get you that $6,000 to get you a chance to be with your baby again. Like, you have, I don't want to say power, but like, you have such a blessing of an opportunity to give other people. Be looking intentionally for how you can help them and how you can bless them with Scentsy. Honestly, because it makes a big, big difference. It really does. For myself, I watched my husband do all the great things. He's still in the army, but he was wanting to go to school to become a PA. So I'm like, okay, and we did all this praying about it, and we're like, let's do it, let's go for it. And he did all this schooling. He got another bachelor's degree. He got his master's degree. He became this great PA. He's number 2 in his class. He's doing all these things. And I'm homeschooling my kids, watching them do great things. And I thought, is this it? Is this my whole life? Like, I love them. I love them. And being a mom is great. But what about me? I want to feel my heart be fulfilled. I want to do something and have someone say, good job, Anya. I want to do something. So what about me? Like, because I matter too, right? Like, I matter too. I'm worthy. So those things, when I really started working intentionally with my own business and it gave me that satisfaction, that was huge. So that is what I share with people who I know are going through the same thing, because then guess what? Now they want to join Scentsy so they have something for themselves. You've got to be consistently intentional with what you're doing in all of it. That is like the thing, because Scentsy, it's the same thing every month. Booking parties, talking to customers, trying to get new people to join. It's the same thing every single month and at every single title. More responsibility the higher you go, but it's the same thing. So you've got to be intentional and consistent, okay? And with your systems also, which is a big scary word, but it's just how are you doing what you're doing, And are you doing it effectively and efficiently? If you're not, you need a new system. If it's too much, you need a new system. But you should be doing the same things every month so it's replicatable and repeatable for your teammates. It's all about just being consistent and doing it over and over and over again. Okay? You guys, that is what I have for you for consistency. I hope you were blessed by this. I hope you got something amazing from it and that it just helps you. Like, I just hope that it helps you. That's like my biggest thing. I was praying before I came on here. I'm like, just let this help them somehow, Lord. Let them hear it. Let them hear what they need to hear. Okay? But y'all have a great, great night. I hope you guys have a fun Halloween. Safe but fun, right? We are moving tomorrow and through Halloween, so this will be interesting. But I hope y'all have a great day. Stay consistent. That is like the biggest advice I can give to anybody. Stay consistent and intentional. Intentionally consistent. There you go. Y'all have a good night, and I'm sure I will talk to you again at some point one day. Bye, guys.